Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and Ramia's grown up. We've converted them, but they are attempting a prison break right now, so we'll see how this goes. I think if we draft you, you will release. Okay, cool. Our dryads took care of it. Why don't you go ahead and capture Ramia? Quite a ways to go on resistance, but we're working on it. We have done a little modifications to the base, so we took down a lot of the sandstone walls, and we're still considered inside. Oh, not that. This is what I want. So you can kind of see like the blue outline, all that's considered indoors. We do have like the invisible doors and walls mod. That way we can keep our like temple, like open air temple feel going. So if I like click right here, you can see all the invisible doors that we have around this structure. If I click here and do like a select all, you can see that we're all enclosed with either doors or walls. We're going to be doing pillars on the inside, and that's what the plans are here. So the little black dots are pillars, and then the orange lines are invisible doors and or walls. So that's kind of the design for a lot of our structures. That being said, if we like copy planning, copy something like this, and let's like drag it down here. I'm thinking we might not do that for all our structures. We might do something like this. So basically we would just have like the pillars and the invisible walls up front, and then we would just wall it off normally around the back. We're just gonna like build a few of these and kind of see what feels right. It might be a mixture. I'm thinking that this kind of style might make more sense for kind of like these Senate chambers up here. So the front is all like pillory, and then the back is just like standard walls. But for a structure like this temple, I think I want it to be like open looking to nature. And then eventually, like long term, this building up here is going to be like a little theater building. This building down here will be like a little bathhouse, and this will be like the town square. So I know for sure that these will be like that open structure, and we'll play around with some of these other buildings to see what we're doing there. Other things that are going on. Temperature is in control. Like it's 26 degrees outside now. I did have to like go through, and we had a little mad rat earlier. We also had like a mad troll earlier as well. I did go through and take a look at the world, and just like a lot of the temperatures were like pretty extreme. We were like hovering on heat stroke when we went to go rescue Thella the other day. So we do have world edit. That was how I was able to kind of like create this little aspen forest down here. But when I was generating the world, I notched up the heat a little bit so that like, some of the glaciers and stuff would recede back up, and we'd get more forested area here in the middle. And so it was pretty extreme, and like tropical rainforest, even the temperate rainforest. So all the tropical zones, the aspen forest. I hit F1, brings up the world edit mod, or at least one of the things. So like if we do like F2, there's like deleting rivers and all. You can do all kinds of stuff with world edit. But one of the things that we can do is we can select a zone. And so like here we see the temperature ID, or the temperature. If we select aspen forest, and then change crank the temperature down a little bit, like the average temperature is what I assume that is, you can set it on the selected biome. So pretty much like all the aspen forests, I cranked down to 13. The tropical rainforest, we cranked down to 15. That's getting a -4 to 34, which is still pretty warm. And temperate actually gets some like significant freezing weather down to like -8 now. So I just went around and did that to some of the most like impacted biomes. Not every single biome. Like the arid tiles seemed like they were fine, so mostly I was just targeting tropical biomes, temperate swamps, and temperate forests, and the biome that we're living in. So much more reasonable temperatures. That being said, it will get up to like 31, and our folks are mostly naked, so they can tolerate about 26. Stella's wearing some robes. She came with some, so she's doing a little bit better, but it's going to be a long while before we can make clothes for people. So our little nature spirits will be nude for a bit. And even once we can make clothes, we'll see what we end up wearing, what we need armor wise, and all that other stuff. I think some of these folks have like naked speed, so we might just equip armor or clothing as necessary. Um, Other than that, not too much going on. We like picked up all these trees from this area, so we're working on finding places to replant them. And it looks like between Thella and Octavia, they're preparing like the foundation for a new building. We'll make sure to get this all floored and completed before we start a construction project over here. But yeah, this is the first step is grabbing all the trees in the area and digging them up, and pretty easy to do. There's only like 3 types of trees. So let's say, for example, we were going to do one of these bigger areas. Let's like look over here. Let's say we're going to do all this at the same time. I would just bring my plans up. I grab one of the aspen trees with the yellow tops, and just go ahead and just click drag with this select similar. And then you can just dig them up all that way. And then I do it with the red trees. And then again with the pine trees. So seems tedious, not super tedious. The tedious part is looking where we're not planning on putting a building or pathing of some kind and selecting where we're going to plant these trees. So anyhow, we will kind of let them do their thing. We'll let them see what they can do to get Ramia converted over to our colony, and we'll come back when some exciting things are happening. Okay, basically, just after I said, like, we'll wait for exciting things to happen, Athela gained a magical attunement level. So let's take a look at that. Ooh, let's crank this up. So, Thella, we haven't assigned anything yet. Ooh, she actually has 3 points. We did Light Seeker for Arwynden. Thella, I feel like, she's moving mountains. She's shaping mountains. Paladin might be good. That feels like very support. Regrow Limb feels more like it's kind of Arwyn's thing. Barbarian, we've done a lot of, but I feel like if anyone's going to be like an upfront melee combatant, it's going to be our like mountain primordial. So let's go ahead and do this. We already have like long jump, but we need to have it. So I guess that's where we're going. I think Arwen also potentially has some levels, has 1 level. And so we've unlocked infusion. We've unlocked an attack. We can also get kind of like this big attack at the end. So let's go for that. Etherealis. Etherealis creates a concentrated ball of energy of pure light, a sliver of the lost god's power, and hurls it at the target. Cool. Okay, so that stuff's going on. Drusilla, you were also kind of doing some things. We got Ice Spike on you. And let's crank that up on you. But we have a quest, the Ambushed Fightikin, and I feel like, this fits in with kind of like our nature spirit. So Chestnut is a child. We have to rescue a child, 8 years old. They are our ideal legion already. They'll be our faction. Yeah, Chestnut will rescue you. It looks like 5 scavenger thrashers are after you. And somehow we were kind of like unintentionally making a little like Amazonian dryad forest spirit colony here, because Ramia is also, she's a Calorian. I think I have a way to get this fixed. I won't be able to work on it until this weekend, but there's a mod that I think I might be able to add some like forgotten realms support to for the heads that are there. So we'll take a look at that later. But she has like a leafy protrusion that's supposed to be coming out of her head, and just kind of like a little bit of like a reptilian forest fae type look to the head. So, and a lady. Got all ladies in this colony. So, Chestnut, you've joined. We also have a bulk goods trader. Arwen, you are our trade specialist. Oh, look at that. He's wearing like a little leaf crown. And for the most part, the rest of them are like medieval. I feel like he is he has he's done business with the Fey people before, and he wants to show us that he is a friend of the forest. So we will come do business with him. Chestnut, you're on your way up. And that quest says that they'll arrive how soon? It doesn't say. Okay, so at any moment, basically, they will arrive. We have not researched enough like furniture tech to be able to like do any education for you. Work wise, let's just keep you kind of like in our home area. I think for the most part, we like when it comes to home, we're just using it right now as kind of like forest fire prevention and as a safe area. And pretty much like we know everything back here is going to be safe. So we will expand that so she has some room to like do some nature running and all that other stuff. Let's speed things up. Let's see what this trader has to offer. Okay, Chestnut, you are there. Arwen, where are you at? You're right there. Let's get other folks up here as well. Jump to location. Okay, it looks like we got some goblins maybe. You're like a little goblin. You are a Gith. We have a tight tiefling and a wild dwarf. But this looks like a little wild dwarf child. Interesting. Oh, what are you? You're a little halfling child, and your head's all like wonky, but that's fine. We'll just ignore that for now. Okay, so Arwen, you're going to be with the traders who might lend some support. Everyone else is kind of making their way towards you. We are going to keep all of our stuff. We don't really have any silver to buy anything. So I guess we're just going to say goodbye to you. Let's grab you guys, and you are going to be safe. Okay, let's hang back here. They're preparing. Let's move up front. We have some bows and arrows. I don't know if we can reach. It looks like a few of them can. Okay. And what do you guys have? You guys are all pretty much like, is that a tambourine? Bodran, a traditional drum that passively increases the wielder's artistic skills. Throwing it at an enemy will cause it to smash and break. That is, you did not come with proper weapons. Okay, animals. We have our unshackled dryads. I guess we can release them. Arwen, you can do a thing, right? Yeah. Let's do the, oh wow, that's an area of effect. Let's do a smaller thing. Let's turn that one off. Let's turn that on. Drusilla, you can also do a thing. Thella, you have petrifying gaze. Let's see if we can get that off. While the rest of them back up a little bit. Okay. Let's long jump you out of there. Oh, the child. Okay, we're gonna do some setting adjustments to make sure that we aren't like having any more child raiders. Because one, that's a little too easy, and also it's a little disturbing. Okay, a couple people down. We have Gil here. Are you great? Academian. Healing and intellectual are boosted. That's pretty great. Desensitized, steady hands. Oh, nice. So he's like an extra good healer. His tending speed is 50% faster. His tend quality is up 10%. And he would be a good archer. May here. Psychopath bloodlust, tiefling, of course. Animal handling, crafting. We have good crafters already. Like the only thing that we keep you around for is maybe defense, and you're really good at social. Um, we don't have space for all these people. We could do this for a moment, and then we could extend this out a little bit, and we'd have space. So I guess we will do that for prisoners. We will unrestrict you guys. Go ahead and strip and then capture Gil here. Drusilla will use strip and then capture May. Are any of them? You're down. Oh, you're missing legs and things. Okay, so that makes that an easier call. Arwynden, you're just gonna wait. What are you? Right ear scratchy. That's the dryad. Okay, nothing crazy. So Arwynden, go ahead and strip and capture May. And bear with me. Bear with me. We're gonna do for colonists here. We're gonna go to furniture, and then we'll stick May right in here with Ramia. Okay, strip capture. Oh, our dryad is still fighting the muffalo. You guys are helping out. It's gonna be fine. This muffalo model looks so good. How are you guys feeling after that fighting? Rebuffed by Fabi, disturbed sleep, want anima nexus connection. Oh, interesting. Why do you want an anima nexus connection? Maybe because you're like, maybe it's because it's part of our ideologion. Okay. Well, Drusilla, our dryads get priority on that, and then you can have the next anima seed. We could do a ritual. No, we need drums before we can do any rituals. So, May, I know you're a demon. You look a little bit like Drusilla. We did use some tiefling assets to make our water spirit. You do have horns. We'll see. We'll see. What were you good at? You would basically be someone here to help defend. Also, you could do our hauling and cleaning, actually. That would be great, because everyone else, like, we have Octavia primarily focusing on hauling and cleaning, and then she's off to mining and digging when she's not doing that. But Octavia's a good crafter. She's a great miner. Someone else should be doing that work. Somehow, we are basically, like, ate up all our time. So, ooh, look at this guy. This oxid bull. A massive insect species commonly found underground, often used by the inhabitants of Subsana as pack animals. That's a pretty cool looking guy. I'm pretty sure, is that from the Outland mod? Outland Mods Coalition. Okay. Well, we ate through all our time. We got a new colonist. We put down a prisoner rebellion, and potentially we'll be bringing some more folks into the colony. So I'm going to spend some time working on getting this constructed and getting these trees planted. So hopefully that's done before we come back tomorrow. But until then, have a good one. Bye.